Okay, thank you for watching the Gaming Ocean's Redstone tutorial. Today we're going to be looking about how to add locks on your house. Basically, a lock is where you have levers like that over there, and you need to have the lock in a certain position in order to keep the door open. Now, before we look at locks, we're going to look at AND gates, because basically an AND gate is a lock, because you have to have both the levers down in order to get the torches on. So they both have to be in this position for it to get on. Now, the only way to change this is if you remove one of the NOT gates on one of the inputs. You see, if we turn this down, it now stays off because this torch is giving off power, and as long as that torch is giving off power, it keeps that torch from turning on. So now the new combo for this lock is this, because we removed the inverter. So anywhere where there's an inverter or a redstone torch on the back of the lever, you have to keep that lever down. Anywhere there isn't, you have to keep that lever up. Okay, so now that we are done, we can move on this to wall locks. Basically, a lock is pretty useful in multiplayer if you want to keep players out of your house or any other situation where you just want to have a little bit of privacy or security in some areas. Now, first I'll show you the combo for this lock, which if I remember correctly, it's this. Yes. Okay, so we'll show you how it works. Basically, we add the torch on the back of the lever that we want to work. See, they're wired to the same block. And you always put redstone under that torch. On the other side, we have a block that raised up to let the redstone catch, and this torch, this lever, which is on the outside. If this lever gives off power, it powers this block, which goes into the NOT gate at the end and turns it off. See, and now it's off, but that's the correct combo. Once you have all this, it goes into a NOT gate, and the NOT gate goes into your output. That output can be doors, anything, pistons, whatever you want. And I'm just going to show you with bigger contraptions. You can always have them like, the combo to this is this. I'm just going to let you get more familiar with it. You always have the torches on the back with redstone under them. That's very important. You raise up this and put redstone on it, and then you have the torch with redstone under it. It all leads into the NOT gate, and then that allows these to turn on once you've turned off all these signals. So that's pretty important. You can pretty easily see. Now, you're wondering, now if you have the levers on like so, once you go inside the house, there's no way to reach back outside the house and turn it off, right? Well, there's a way you can do this. Let's say we solve this lock, which is this combo. And you can go inside. Now, the basic point to getting the door to open is to turn off all the redstone, and then once the redstone's all turned off, it goes into the NOT gate, and it allows it to turn back on, so it's powered. So, if you add another lever on the inside, which gives power to this, through here, it'll turn back off. You see? And it basically allows you to close the door behind you so people can't follow you through. Actually, no one can use the door at all unless you flip the lever back. So it's pretty useful for keeping it off while you're online. Now, one of my personal preferences is also you're saying, let's say you solve the combo for this door. And I'm going to use this door as an example because I wired that one differently, and I'll about show you why. If you do this and you go inside, that wasn't supposed to happen, you can still see the combo on the outside, so people can learn your combo. Well, not anymore if you do it a special way. I added a special safety button that basically means you have to hit the button every single time you do it, so that's the right combo. If I hit the button, it allows that door to open because it's I'll show you the wiring. Basically, the lock's correct. So, if you look behind it, this is our lock, and you see this is the redstone that works it. Anytime I have this button that's on, it turns that torch off, which allows this to turn on because this is kind of in an AND gate. And this goes into something I taught you last video called the RS latch. And the RS latch pretty much makes it where you have to it'll stay open for you. So even if it's wired to a button and the button has to stay down, you can turn it off. So you can actually flip it back up, the lock back in place where no one can see your combo, as long as you have that button wired to it, and you can walk right in through the door. All you have to do from this point is to hit the button, and you can revert it back to its normal position. Now that it's in its normal position, everything else closes. The only way to get it back open again is to put it back. I would also suggest having a trip plate on the inside so you can leave whenever necessary, because it can get kind of hard to get out once you wire it this way. So you should have a trip plate on the inside, and it's only on the inside and not on the outside, so you can just step on it and walk out. So that's been our basic lock guide. Next, I'm going to have an advanced lock guide, which will show you how to do these kind of locks, and these kind of locks, and even these kind of locks, where you have levers on top of each other. So, thank you for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys soon.